The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now a handoff running through the middle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Looking to throw. Ward. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Kyle Pitts, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to...
You can stop that run. You ain't going to stop that pass, homeboy.
With the kind of game he's
I don't care what you play.
I didn't know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Now 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
On air read.
Jamison Williams with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2nd and 14. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
3rd and 9 here.
70. 18, Pioneer.
Back to throw. Moore. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like, oh, a first mistake for them in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Moore. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch. How about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Here's 3rd and 3.
18 Cardinals, 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. Ward. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's Ward on 1st and 10. That's complete to Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Pierce in motion left. Now Ward looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw again. That is caught. And he will have a 1st down here before he gets banged down to the turf pretty hard. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
Oh, we doing motion? I got you. No problem. No problem, buddy. Let me show you what I do to motion, bitch.
This is where you can try and get a tight end in space. They like this matchup, so they're going to let their 2 receivers to his outside, run simple little short routes, hoping to suck up the secondary. And that'll free up space for their tight end on a corner route to make a big play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Ward. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 Lions.
Operating from the gun. Moore toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They go play action here on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline.
Appreciate you letting me know you dropping everybody back, D.
Turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Check it.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas.
Oh my, getting in field goal range.
On the other side of midfield at the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Got a little excited, though.
Is good.
You need a custard, man.
For this 1st half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off play action. Moore. They'll roll him out right.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Ward now on 3rd down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That sack courtesy of Jack Campbell.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons have opened the lead up to 30. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. It certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Hello?
Oh, he was hit.
Yeah, I was just letting you know I sent you some of the rent money to keep in your account.
One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Yeah. All right, I'll see you when you get here. All right.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. Ward.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the first down.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Operating from the gun.
Moore. He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Here we go on 4th down. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Ward throwing to start the drive.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
On 2nd down, Sampson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down. Moore. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Keely Ringo picks it off. He may go.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
And he's going to be stopped cold.
Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
But it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Jacorian Bennett has it.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense. They've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here's a give up the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be fourth down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff says, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
19 right.
To throw is Ward on first down.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he stopped immediately there. And this offense on third down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Cup 19. Cup 19. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
Looking to throw. Ward. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Touchdown! An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, they've taken it right down Broadway.
Now he's loose at the 40.
And he gets this one down to the 24.
47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they'll audible to something else.
18, Pioneer. On the ball,
Here's Ward, throwing again.
That one finds Pierce right side. Here comes third and the length of the football.
Back to throw.
Ward drops this off with Nwangu.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Operating from the gun. Ward got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Alec Pierce
From 6 yards away.
And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this.
A small measure.
Deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Check 52. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check smash. Check smash.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
60 Bison.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals. 60 Mavericks. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yards.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Now Ward, off play action. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Micah Parsons.
It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
And as this this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just